Hello everyone, this is Sandeep from Tali Chakkar, and today we are with the gorgeous Pooja Sharma for her show Mahakali. Hello Pooja.
Hi.
Pooja, you're looking stunning.
Thank you so much.
Uh, Pooja, we've seen you in many beautiful avatars earlier as well. You were playing Draupadi. How different was it playing Mahakali? Because we know Draupadi is a very vulnerable woman, and at the same time she has her own stance, different thing altogether. But playing Mahakali is like she's like the destroyer, the ultimate Shakti for that matter. What difference did you feel while portraying the character?
If I try and compare this show that I've done with Swastik to my previous show with Swastik, then I just kind of jokingly always say this line that in my previous character I said, "You mess with me, I will get you beaten." In this show, I'm saying, "You mess with me, I'll beat you up." So I think that's the difference between Draupadi's character and Mahakali's character. Um, um, Mahakali's character is all about strength. It's all about being uninhibited, ferocious, unconcerned. She just goes out there and does her thing. And I think never before on the Indian screen have we seen a full-fledged show on this character. We've always seen this character as part of a segment. And moreover, we've always seen the character, and so this show is not just about Mahakali, it's about Parvati too, because now many people know that it is Parvati who becomes Mahakali, which was something even I learned when I joined the show. So this is really Parvati's journey, her metamorphosis into Kali, and her acceptance or denial, or as we see in the show, all that of it. Um, so. So yeah, to me, this therein lies the beauty of the character. This journey from Parvati to Mahakali, the finding of the strength within.
Pooja, if you kind of look into your character, the very graph of the character, there are a lot of subtle nuances that you've got to play with, especially when you're, transforming from Parvati, who's very subtle and very, I wouldn't say naive, but she's very giving, whereas Kali is the destroyer. She makes sure to, give it back to you. So, what were the nuances that you had in your mind while you were playing the characters?
Actually, all that was really very well sorted for me by the production house. I think Swastik's forte has always been their research and their writing. They don't just have writers; they have very good researchers too. So, these aspects have been a lot of people have asked me this question. So, these aspects have actually been very beautifully woven in the narrative in itself. Like you saw in the AV, the entire transformation from Parvati to Kali, I think, is pretty much like the high point of our first and second episode. And this is really something to look forward to. I'm looking forward to it, to really see how it's ending up on screen. But otherwise, as you rightly said, Parvati, luckily for me, I get to play both ends of the spectrum. I consider myself lucky to be able to play a character like that, wherein Parvati is the soft and the subtle and the motherly woman, and here Kali is untamed, ferocious, out there. She does her own thing. So to go from completely white to black and then from black to white is a very satisfying experience, and it really cannot be explained in words. It needs to be done to be experienced.
Well, from the looks of the AV that we just saw, there is a subtle hint at women empowerment, especially when we see Shiva. He's actually egging Parvati to don the destruction, to don the destroyer attire for that matter. So he kind of reminds Parvati that you are Shiva's wife. Why do you come to me when you're in trouble? So do you think the women empowerment factor was there present in the entire serial, or the parts which you're playing right now?
Yes, most definitely. I think the intent behind making a show like this, that of the makers, which is both Swastik Productions and Colors, was to bring up an issue like women empowerment, which is the call of the times, which is the need of the hour, in an entertaining format. So this is pretty much like going back to your roots, picking up a mythological character, and getting your message, the need of the hour, from pretty much that character. And definitely, yes, I think this is a very strong message this is a very strong point that we are making to all women. I feel not just women, but to everyone out there, which is that there is a Mahakali inside every Parvati, male or female alike, and learn to fight your own battles. I think that's the message that we're trying to give through this show.
We all know Kali is very much venerated in Calcutta, especially, the whole Bengal Kali phenomenon. So do we have any Bong connection that we will get to see in the future episodes of the show?
I would like to say that that's taking a very limited view of a character, of a mythological character, as grand, as divine, as ferocious, as beautiful as Mahakali. I think Mahakali is actually revered throughout the country. And so, yes, while maintaining the styling and nuances of the character, that's one thing that Siddhartha kept telling all of us, that but Parvati and Mahakali is worshipped by half the country. So make sure that the dignity of the character is always maintained. The only little Bengali connection that we have with this character right now is that the look of Mahakali, the makeup has been done by this makeup artist who's been flown in specially from Bengal, and he's kind of set the look in obviously unison with our stylist Shweta.
Pooja, in one of your interviews, if I'm not wrong, you said that it took around 2.5 hours for you to don the look of Kali. Could you shed some more light on that?
Actually, I think you got that half right. I said that we have started taking 2.5 hours now when we are a little more adept at getting into the look of Kali. Initially, when we started out, we were at a good 4 hours, which meant that the shooting time would take a huge crunch. And we're now getting better at it. It's a very beautiful look. It helps it makes half my job easy, because you pretty much just look the character, because I think Swastik has worked so hard. I remember the first time I got the look done, a friend of mine commented, she said, whatever you say, man, these guys really work very well on their look. So that was a compliment to the production house. So the look is very beautiful, but it is extremely tedious, taxing and exacting. The wigs are a good, just the look of Mahakali is about 4.5 kgs. There is a waist belt made of hands, including a skull mala. So together, and there's jewelry. There is foot jewelry. It is said that Mahakali had the most beautiful feet. That's what I read somewhere. So care has been taken to give her foot jewelry. Knee downwards, there is very beautiful jewelry given there, and there's other jewelry. So in totality, the look becomes something about 20 to 22 kgs. And then after that, I don't sit or stand. I run. I'm on a harness. I'm doing sword fighting. So it makes my life increasingly difficult, but then that's what Mahakali is all about.
In all the roles that we have seen you in the past, and considering this role of Mahakali as well, what kind of research have you done for portraying the role?
As I've been saying time and again, in that sense, I'm an instinctual actor. But I've been lucky to work with a production house like Swastik Productions. They're very high on their research and writing. And great care is taken to explain the character the way it is being looked at by the creative department, which was done very well. A lot of material was shared with me for the previous character and for Mahakali and Parvati too. So we did a lot of reading up on that, understanding the nuances. Then there's always a certain point of view which we are taking that stands. So great care was taken to work on that aspect. And besides that, if you mean research and training, then there was a lot of research, and then there was heavy amount of training for the physical aspect of the show, because Mahakali, as you rightly said, is a destroyer. She comes, she fights the battles herself. So here, I think this time we see a girl doing action on screen, hardcore action. And this is not like the modern kind of action where you wear your track pants, tie up your hair and go and do action. This is like hair in full swing and 20 to 22 kgs of hair, makeup, attire and all of that. And so yeah, we got a lot of physical training. I was given Kalai Ripettu classes. After that, we also were into heavy action training with our action director Nishant sir, where we learned sword fighting, weapon handling, and a lot of harness work. So yes, that's the kind of physical training we did for the character of Mahakali.
Tell us something about your looks. You look stunning. You look beautiful.
Thank you so much. I think credit goes to our stylist Shweta. She's the one who's envisioned this look with definitely the right kind of anecdotes and approvals and disapprovals from Siddhartha. So Parvati is nature. Parvati is soft, she's motherly, she's elegant. So even I was a little surprised when they said white, because I said, she's in snow and then she's dressed in white. But Siddhartha said, wait for it, it's going to look ethereal, it's going to look lovely. So so we've kept Parvati's look very soft, very elegant. The jewelry is there, but it is not very heavy duty. The makeup is very soft, very limited. There's a very beautiful tika that we do for her. It's something different we've tried this time. And so the look is largely soft and elegant, and that's how it is.
It was really beautiful talking to you. Thank you. It was a gorgeous Pooja from Mahakali, and this is Sandeep with my camera person Amar Mehta on the sets of Mahakali.